Pixelgod+SQUAD is all Pixelgod+SQUAD.
Watch on now, yo, hey. I am the kind of person who never give up.
Motherfucker coming your way.
Good morning. I'm back again, and it's good to see you, my friends. All right. So, you guys know I'm all about research, right? I mean, this is what I do. This is how I build what I build. I'm researching constantly. As soon as I realize my eyes are awake, boom, I'm on it. My eyes are open. I'm up and I'm on it. So, I was scrolling through my feed and I noticed this guy. The screwworm fly. And that's a problem. So apparently the risk, this worm was basically eradicated from the United States. Still thriving in Mexico, South America, I think, which is where this one came from. But it's been eradicated from the South and Southwest until now. Right? We always had to add that little part in. Until now. So what we've had happen is this fly that carries the screwworm is becoming more prevalent here in North America. Well, in the United States. It is a flesh-eating parasite. And right now, Texas has a problem with this little guy. And it's going to lead to pretty tough times ahead for anyone who eats beef. And, yeah, man, hamburgers are going to be expensive this summer. Now, our government did have a response. However, some of the cuts to a lot of the individual agencies that we had that were monitoring, this parasite, a lot of them were either defunded, discontinued, or something's going on. This is the nature of the climate we're in with this administration.
Ashley!
So I'm just gonna drop a few facts and let you guys know what we're dealing with and what we need to look out for. So the screwworm is a serious problem for our cattle and the cattle industry. Currently, we're losing a lot of livestock to this parasite. All right. So let's jump into the regional spread. From 2023 to 2026, all countries in South America and Mexico, where it was previously controlled, reported cases in livestock, pets, wildlife, and people. Don't forget that, and people. And by June 2026, Mexico and Central America, they had about 170,000 cases.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be
of this parasite being in animals, and over 2,000 cases in humans. So this is a real threat. real threat to our culture and our farmers' livelihood, man. It's July. We love to throw burgers on the grill. For all of that, it may be up. Just keep it real. It may be up. These flies, they thrive in hot, moist climates, and they're becoming increasingly common in these regions. Now, since this 2026 re-entry has caught a lot of people by surprise. I think the first case was confirmed June 3rd. Yeah. In a 3-week-old calf in La Pryor, Texas, which is about 50 miles from the Mexico border. This was the first case in Texas since 1966, and only the third U.S. detection in decades. So our immediate response was a 12-mile quarantine zone, which was established around the detection site, restricting movement of any warm-bodied animals, including pets.
Me personally,
The
I wouldn't take
USDA
this level
also
of
deployed
disrespect.
millions of sterile male flies to suppress the wild populations. The same method that was used to eradicate the screwworm fly, earlier in the 20th century. So the female screwworm flies mate once, only once. Sterile males collapse the reproductive cycle. The USDA maintains that there is no evidence of widespread U.S. establishment and that the risk to humans remain low. One of the reasons that the risk to humans remain low is, well, the humans aren't going to eat that meat, right? So a lot of the livestock that are infected by this parasite will be destroyed. So you can look for prices to skyrocket, just like that diagram says right there. Yeah, beef is going to skyrocket. Now, when you consider some of the other factors that are at play, like the ridiculous amount of ticks that we have in pretty much the same region,
What do you mean by that?
this is a recipe for disaster. I don't know how we navigate this, because, like I said, some of the people who are supposed to be watching for this, that are supposed to release the millions and millions of flies so that this stays in check, they're just either gone, or the funding, they have no funding to continue what they were doing. So hopefully our government figures this out, because it's more serious than a lot of people are leading on. I think once we get our first human case of this, I think things will ramp up a lot more. Praying for the best, hoping that the USDA can get on top of this and prevent it from becoming a much larger issue. So if you're in Texas, man, stay on your toes. I mean, that's just the environment that we're in right now. Stay on your toes and be safe. If you notice livestock or any pets with this parasite, flesh-eating parasite at that, contact the USDA and let's try to nip this thing in the bud before it becomes a nationwide problem and before we have thousands of people also with this worm. Alright, so it's gonna do it for this one. Yeah, man, I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully the measures that they've enacted will be sufficient. If it's not, it's gonna be a tough summer and fall. Alright, so that's it for this one. Screw fly, go away.
Oh, Martha. All right, so this ain't
And I'll
you.
catch you guys on the next one. Peace.